Well, howdy, folks. Let's talk about something real close to the heart: faith. Faith is like a warm blanket on a cold night, offering comfort and hope when we need it most. It's a powerful thing, faith. It's believing in something bigger than ourselves, something beyond what we can see or touch. It's the invisible thread that connects us to the universe, to each other, and to our deepest selves. Like a seed planted in the ground, faith has the potential to grow into something beautiful. It starts small, almost unnoticeable, but with the right care it can flourish. It might not happen overnight, but with patience and trust it will blossom. Just like a flower that takes its time to bloom, faith requires nurturing and time. You see, life can throw some curveballs. There will be moments when the skies darken and the path ahead seems unclear. We face challenges, disappointments, and moments of doubt. These are the times when our faith is tested and it's easy to feel lost. But it's in those times that faith becomes our compass, guiding us through the darkness and leading us towards the light. It's like a lighthouse in a storm, offering direction and hope. Think about it like this. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You trust in the process, knowing that growth happens beneath the surface. You trust in the process, you water it, and you give it time. Faith is no different. It requires patience, care, and a belief that things will work out in the end. So come along with me and let's explore this incredible journey of faith together. Let's walk this path hand in hand, discovering the wonders that faith can bring into our lives. Let's discover the beauty that unfolds when we trust in something greater than ourselves. Together, we can find peace, joy, and a deeper connection to the world around us. Faith is like that old rocking chair on the porch, sturdy, reliable, always there. You might not always see it, but you know it's there, holding you up. It's believing in God's plan, even when you can't see the whole picture. It's like the North Star guiding sailors through the night. You might not be able to touch it, but you can trust it to lead you home. That's the beauty of faith. It asks us to trust in something we can't always see or understand. Remember, even the smallest seed planted in faith can grow into something magnificent. It takes time, patience, and a whole lot of trust. But the rewards, my friends, are immeasurable. Now, I've seen a lot in my time. I've learned that sometimes the toughest trials lead to the greatest triumphs. I remember this one fella, good man, hard-working. He lost his job, his house, everything. It was a real blow. But you know what? His faith, it never wavered. He kept going, kept praying, kept believing that something good was just around the corner. And wouldn't you know it, a few months later, he got a job offer. Better pay, closer to home, a real blessing. See, that's the thing about faith. It doesn't make the storms disappear, but it gives you the strength to weather them. It's a beacon of hope in the darkest of nights, reminding you that even after the longest night, the sun will rise again. Now, I know this whole trusting in the unknown business can be a little daunting. It's like standing at the edge of a vast, uncharted territory, unsure of what lies ahead. It's like stepping off a cliff and hoping there's a soft landing spot. The fear of the unknown can be paralyzing, but it can also be exhilarating. But that's where faith comes in. Faith is the bridge between fear and courage, the light that guides us through the darkness. It's about letting go of the need to control everything, trusting that God's got it all figured out. It's about surrendering to a higher power and believing that everything happens for a reason. It's like when you were a kid swinging on a swing set. You didn't worry about the mechanics, you just enjoyed the ride. Remember that feeling of pure joy as you soared through the air? That unfiltered happiness, that sense of freedom? You didn't know exactly where you were going to land, but you trusted that you would be okay. You had faith in the process, in the people around you. That's the kind of trust God asks us. a trust that is unwavering even when the path is unclear. Let go of the fear, embrace the unknown, and watch in wonder as God reveals his plan for your life. It's a journey of discovery, of finding beauty in unexpected places. It's a journey filled with surprises, blessings, and a whole lot of joy. Embrace it with an open heart and a willing spirit. Section 5. The Whispers of Divine Timing. Ever notice how sometimes things happen right when they're supposed to? Not a moment too soon, not a moment too late. It's like there's a grand plan unfolding, a symphony being played out, note by perfect note. That's divine timing, my friends. It's about understanding that God's got a plan and it's always unfolding at the perfect time. It's like waiting for a flower to bloom. You can't rush it, you can't force it. You just got to be patient and trust that when the time is right, it'll blossom in all its glory. Life's like that too. Sometimes we got to wait, got to trust that God's timing is perfect, even when we don't understand it. Section 6. Finding peace in God's plan, even when it hurts. Now, I ain't going to sugarcoat it. Life can be tough. There will be times when you question everything, times when you feel lost and alone. I've been there myself. But even in those moments of despair, remember that God is with you. He sees your pain, he hears your cries, and he's working behind the scenes to make things right. It's like a tapestry being woven. From the backside, it might look messy, confusing, even painful. But from the front, you see the intricate design, the beautiful picture that's being created. That's how faith works. We may not always understand the why or the how, but we trust that God is weaving a masterpiece with our lives, even when it hurts. Section 7. The unexpected detour that leads to paradise. Life's full of surprises, ain't it? Sometimes we get so focused on our plans, our desires, that we miss out on the detours, the unexpected turns that God puts in our path. We map out our lives, thinking we know exactly where we're headed. But life has a funny way of showing us otherwise. But those detours, those unexpected adventures, they can lead us to the most amazing destinations. It's in those moments of uncertainty when we step off the beaten path that we often find the most beauty and joy. I remember this one time I was supposed to go on this big trip, something I'd been planning for months. I had everything set, from the itinerary to the packing list. But at the last minute, it fell through. I was disappointed, sure. It felt like all my plans had crumbled and I was left with nothing. But then a friend called, invited me to this little town I'd never even heard of. It was a spur-of-the-moment invitation, something completely unplanned. Well, I went, and let me tell you, it was one of the best trips of my life. The town was charming, the people were warm and welcoming, and the experiences were unforgettable. I met some wonderful people, saw some incredible things, all because I was willing to embrace the detour. Sometimes the best moments in life come from the paths we never intended to take. So next time life throws you a curveball, it might just be leading you to your own little paradise. Section 8. The Power of Prayer. A conversation with the divine. You know, prayer is a powerful thing. It's like picking up the phone and having a heart-to-heart conversation with God himself. You can tell him anything, everything, your hopes, your fears, your dreams, your doubts. He's listening. It's not about fancy words or rituals. It's about opening your heart and speaking your truth. It's about acknowledging that you don't have all the answers, that you need his guidance, his strength, his love. And the amazing thing is, he answers. Maybe not always in the way we expect, but he answers. Sometimes it's through a song, a verse, a chance encounter. Other times it's a quiet whisper in your heart, a sense of peace that surpasses all understanding. Section 9. Let go of fear, embrace the divine surprise. Fear, it can be a powerful force. It can paralyze us, hold us back from experiencing all the good things God has in store for us. But faith, well, faith is the antidote to fear. It says, hey, I don't know what the future holds, but I trust that God's got it handled. It's like jumping into a swimming pool on a hot day. You might hesitate for a second, but once you take that leap of faith, you're rewarded with a refreshing coolness. That's what it's like to let go of fear and embrace the divine surprise. It's about trusting that God has something amazing planned for you, something beyond your wildest dreams. Section 10. A future brimming with hope and promise. So, my friends, as we come to the end of our little chat, let me leave you with this. The future is full of hope and promise. It's a blank canvas, just waiting for you to paint your dreams on it. Don't be afraid to dream big, to hope for the impossible, to believe in the unbelievable, because with God, all things are possible. Remember that little seed of faith we talked about? Well, keep watering it, keep nurturing it, and watch in amazement as it grows into something truly extraordinary. Go on now and have a blessed day.